Andrew McCart, IFLTV. Eddie, welcome auf Deutschland. Wie geht's dir?
Yeah, good.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah.
No?
Fantastic.
You don't know this, do you? But I used to live here.
50. What's that, mate? Right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, mate. Right. You used to live in Germany?
Yeah, I grew up here as a
Shut
kid.
up.
15 years, my dad was in the army. Yeah.
15
years.
Where?
Ich wohne auf Berlin für 2 Jahre und Fernbostel 5 Jahre und Paderborn 7 Jahre.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Where did you live?
I lived in Berlin for 2 years
Right.
as a kid, Paderborn for 5 years in a small town called Fernbostel in Hamburg.
Unbelievable.
So I did my first time I've
I
been
thought you were a jock, mate.
No,
I didn't realise you were German.
Yeah, well, you know, I support Germany in the World Cup. That's the good thing. How are you anyway?
I'm good, mate. I'm really good. Good. How you doing? Cheers. Thanks, mate. Really good. I mean, you kind of don't really know what to expect over here. I mean, German boxing, I think, is on a massive, massive rise. You saw a great crowd with Ajit Kabiel recently with Queensbury show. I walked through the doors here tonight and I thought, well, bloody hell. I mean, there's 12, 13,000 people out there?
From the start.
Incredible, incredible. So I think we'll have to get over it, to be honest with you.
Well,
obviously here to support Paddy tonight before we head to Doncaster tomorrow. But excited, fun, energising to be in a new country, new market, just to have a look. And well, it's quite a late one tonight. I think the main event's not till midnight. And then we've got to leave at 4 a.m. in the morning to get the flight back to London.
But you're used to this, Eddie.
Yeah, well, this is smash and grab, isn't it?
It's smash and grab.
There's nothing like an away day, so big fight coming up.
How is Paddy? I've seen him briefly at the press conference yesterday, the weigh-in yesterday, briefly.
Yeah.
Not had much time to talk to him, so how is he?
He's good. I mean, I think I've only just seen him for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. He's literally just arrived, so I think he's going to be nervous. I think it's a big moment in his career. It's very, I mean, the good thing is look at the experiences he's had over the last year or so, right? He's boxed at the SSE in Belfast to one of the most hostile crowds you could ever imagine. He's ended up landing a shot after the bell, getting disqualified, the whole appeal, the madness in the crowd after, like he's been through all that. Then he does the rematch, right, at Windsor Park in front of 18,000 people, again, as the kind of away fighter. So he's experienced all this before. It's not hostile out there. Like these crowds, they're not hostile. They're actually quite pleasant. I mean, they make noise, but they're not like a hostile Belfast crowd.
Yeah,
so
right.
those moments that you've had before in your career, you've got to draw upon, and he'll have to do that tonight because he'll have to put a good performance together, and I believe he can.
What do you think of the German market then? Obviously, with Paddy being over here, he's not fighting a German.
Yeah.
He's fighting somebody that's Karen. I hope you can say
Chidazian.
There you
Boots
go.
fought him twice.
Fought him twice.
Yeah.
Although he told me yesterday that Boots kicked his ass twice, but surely it's a tough. Paddy tough test for Paddy.
I think Chidazian put up a good performance in the second fight. I mean, he lost every round pretty much, but he still went the full 12 with Jaron Ennis. So, he's a quality fighter, there's no doubt about it, but so is Paddy Donovan. So he's got to make sure that he produces his best performance, which will be good enough to beat him. There is no doubt. If the best Paddy Donovan turns up tonight, he beats this kid. And it's a massive fight because, he will feel like, he felt like he was unlucky to get disqualified. He felt like he could have got the decision against Lewis Crocker. So this is to make sure you're mandatory to get a shot at the winner of Crocker against Para. So this is a massive, massive fight for his career.
I know you don't really care, Para or Crocker, who wins that one, do you? Because they're both yours, are they not?
No, just Crocker.
Just Crocker.
Don't worry about that, mate.
We need to win that fight. For you then. Trilogy then.
We need to win that fight. Look, the winner of that fight will get a voluntary because that is a mandatory defence, and then they'll be ordered to fight the winner of this fight. So, like we always say about the IBF, sometimes when you're champion, it's not the greatest governing body to be with because those mandatories come around. Like Boots is a good example. He had to fight this guy twice. Beat him 120, 108 the first fight, then he gets ordered to fight him again. It's like, but that's the beauty of the IBF at the same time is they follow their rules. And if you're a contender, they're a great governing body to be with because it means that you're going to get your opportunity.
Well, like I said, smash and grab, you get the job done here tonight, then you're flying to do another smash and grab on the Queensbury show with Dave Allen. Talk to me about his chances. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's 50 to 1 to get the knockout.
Is he?
50 to 1, I heard, yeah. So
well,
I don't know if you're a better
I might have to have a few quid on that. I can't, I'm not allowed to.
Not allowed.
So I think that
What chance do you give him? We all know what Dave's been through in his career.
I give Dave Allen a good chance in this fight. Listen, Hrgovic is a seasoned, experienced, quality technician, right? He's rangy. He's a good technical boxer. He's got good fundamentals. He's very accurate. He has good output. So in that respect, it's not the greatest style for Dave Allen. But we know what we're up against, and you're going to have to, you're going to have to do something extraordinary for you to win this fight, right? And what that means is you're going to have to box out your skin. You're going to have to do something, and he's done it before, right? He's produced moments in fights where you didn't think it was going to happen. But this is another level. This is another step up. I mean, this is a fighter that I believe is better than Makhmudov, right? And he lost to Makhmudov. So, styles make fights, but this style is quite a difficult style for Dave. You can be neat and you can be crafty and you can be an experienced kind of campaigner, but you've got to do a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
I saw his interview going, everyone said, let your hands go, fuck off. And he talks about how smart he is as a boxer. Couldn't agree more. But how do you win? Right? So you always have to look at the opponent. Hello, mate. You all right? How you doing?
It seems everybody's here. Eddie.
You have to look at the opponent and say, how do I beat this guy? And the way that you beat Hrgovic, unfortunately, you're going to have to get amongst it. And you're going to have to break him down. You're going to have to cut him up because he's literally sneezes and he opens up these days. And you've got to make it that kind of fight. But to do that, you've got to be active. And that's some things that lets Dave down sometimes. So, he knows what to do, I think. But you just got to do it on the night. You've got 10,000 people there. You're in your backyard at a football stadium. You're never going to get a better opportunity. You never get... Unlucky, mate.
Unlucky.
I thought you won that fight.
I also thought it.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Get the rematch.
I hope, but
Yeah?
I don't want to. Yeah, we will see.
Yeah, good luck.
Maybe some motivation verse for him.
Listen, the crowd, you heard the noise. It was a good fight. You got dropped, yeah? But you come back. I only watched the fight from about the 4th or 5th round after you got dropped. I thought you won every round after that. But you did get dropped. It was a close fight.
But still, with the point.
Did that, yeah.
I still think I won.
I think so, but it was a close fight. So you have to go away, you have to work harder. You have to be better. But get your opportunity again and go and fucking beat him.
It wasn't my weight class, I went up.
What?
It wasn't my weight
No, you look small. It's cruiserweight, huh?
This was,
That was cruiserweight. You're small for a cruiserweight.
Top of middleweight to light heavyweight.
Yeah, but you can beat him. Fight him again.
Let's see.
Get the
I
rematch.
want to fight in the UK.
Yeah? Okay. We'll talk.
Thank you very much.
All right, well done, boys. Good luck.
See you later.
Good luck. Keep your head up.
Doing a lot of networking here, Eddie.
Yeah, so you've got to look at the opponent and understand how you beat him. And unfortunately, I just think Dave's going to... I don't think this is going to be one shot from the gods.
Yeah.
You've got to be in the
Not
fight.
gonna be a Lucas Brown or a Nick
but,
Webb or-
Dave's not the best starter in the world. And probably after 2 or 3 rounds tomorrow
Neither's
night...
Hrgovic, really, is he?
No, he does start well.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. You'll see it tomorrow night. He comes out, he's straight off the jab, boom, boom, down the middle. He likes to start active. So, yeah.
Dave said that if he wins this one, then he wants the Tyson Fury warm-up
Yeah.
before Joshua.
Yeah.
Now, this sport is mental, Eddie. I think that could be made of...
You are, in the heavyweight division, you are 1 win away from a big fight, right? Now, your big fight might be the definition of someone's smaller fight. But I just said to Nick Webb in there, he's fighting Manuel Daisy. And basically, same thing for him. He wins this fight, he's going to get a big fight. Now, I'm talking about a big domestic fight at British title level. And the same goes for Dave Allen. You win that fight, you're going to get a big fight. Now, whether it'll be Tyson Fury or not, I'm not so sure. But, I think, look, like we said, everybody's done everything they can for Dave. He's done a great job. Everybody loves him. He's trained hard, he's worked hard. Mate, it's over to you. You've got Doncaster Rovers football stadium, right?
You couldn't even name a
10,000.
player there.
You're making an absolute fortune. Good luck to you, son. And we're right behind you, and we'd love to see it. And
100%.
don't get me wrong, we're not deluded. We know how tough it's going to be, but he can do it.
Definitely. Keith Connley done an interview with Coogan yesterday. He said something along the line that things that you said are very untrue, and that the fact that you said that you'll never work with him, he says, you're working with me right now. My fighter's fighting your fighter.
I know, I'm not working with Keith Connley. I'm working with Queensberry Promotions. I won't represent a Keith Connley fighter. I will not represent a Keith Connley fighter. Right? I won't be signing any... Now listen, I know as well that you can be a little bit hot-headed at times. You know me, that's not really my style. I've actually never said that in any other situation before. The only one I said it to was Jarrell Miller. And it took me 7 years to change my mind, right? So maybe in 7 years, I'll work again with Keith Connley. Or guess what? Maybe in 2 or 3 years, I'll work again with Keith Connley. Because maybe I'll get over it. But the way I feel at the moment, like he said, I get to choose who I want to work with. Good, so do I. And I don't want to work with you. And I don't really feel like that about a lot of people, because there's a lot of people I've worked with in the past that don't really, wouldn't be, choose to go out for a pint with. But I just don't like what he's all about. And, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But this
Frank
one,
Smith called him a dog.
he's a dog. Oh, he's horrible. Honestly, mate, the morals of, but, the business morals of, just horrible, horrible. But I did say, in the interview with Coogan, I said that, he wasn't around during the Conor Ben time, when the shit hit the fan, when we died on the hill. Yeah? So I don't completely blame him, because he's just coming in, he just wants money. He's getting bunged left, right and centre, right? So he's in a situation where he's just thinking, I don't know what happened with Eddie and Conor. Whereas people who are around Conor do, Some turn a blind eye just to get paid. Some phone me up and say, I can't believe he's done this to you, but stay on job. Do you know what I mean? And others just lose their mind and forget everything that happened, a la Conor Ben. So, but this is the only time, really, the only other time I've taken anything personally was the Jarrell Miller stuff in 2019. That was it. And in 2026, after dozens of conversations and years of coming face to face with Jarrell Miller, I went, do you know what? I'll give him an opportunity. So who knows what happens in time? But the way I feel at the moment, and how long has this been now? 3 months, 4 months? I feel exactly the same. In fact, I feel worse. Do you know what I mean? So
Then people say time heals, but this one still seems very much
yeah,
raw.
It is, but it doesn't matter. Anyone has the right to feel exactly how they want to feel. So some people will watch this interview and go, "Oh, Eddie, give it up now." So I'm not bringing it up. You're asking me about it, but I'm telling you straight, and I've got every right to tell you how I'm feeling, and how I feel is disgusted by these people. That's it. So it's not gonna ruin my life, but I'm allowed to be disgusted at people because of how I've treated them. But that's also life. You're never going to go through life without someone disappointing you, or without being let down, or without finding out someone's a dog when you thought they weren't a dog, or without finding out someone's a liar when you thought they weren't a liar. So, it is what it is.
Well, this whole Dana White thing seems to be going to be, like I said, this young German kid here, man, he wants you to fight him, and I think he wants to coach you.
I thought Dana's comment was brilliant the other day, where he said, no one knew who Eddie Hearn was till a couple of months ago. I'm like, it's a bit harsh. But he has boosted my profile. Look, we run like all the analytics and social and digital numbers. My profile at the moment, especially in America, is through the roof, and I have to thank Dana White. Every press conference he does, he talks about me. I reckon there's people out there going, who is this Eddie Hearn guy? Little Google, bosh.
Eddie Hearn? Is it Eddie Hearn now?
Exactly. So, but he's had a stinker. He's had an awful stinker because he's not used to it. Don't forget what we do for a living, which is go back and forward with people, dig, do interviews,
But
spin the narrative.
He's not had anyone like you going against him.
That's why he can't do it. And instead, he just comes out with bizarre lies.
The whole AJ Fury promoting
Well,
that
not
fight.
that one. What about the one the other week where he goes, I've promoted more boxing events this year than every other promoter put together.
Right.
And then the whole media audience went, all right, and went on to the next question. And I'm watching it going, whoa, look, imagine I said that to Coogan. And he'd go, hang on a minute, that's not right, mate. He'd actually grill me on it. So I don't think he knows what he's doing anyway about boxing. But also, when you've got all these people, he probably thinks I'm a Prat. He probably thinks Warren's a knob. He hates Oscar. He hates Aaron. He hates everybody else because he's a control freak, because he's had control for so long in what he does. Well, guess what? You ain't got control anymore. And guess what? Where you are in the pecking order is about 8th in the world in terms of promotional ability and quality in the shows that you're putting on at the moment, right? So that's not them. You know what I mean? They're number one. They can't be anything else but number one. But they've got years and years and years of graft and putting out fires and getting bombarded by pellets and grenades to overcome. And I've said this all along. I just don't think they'll be up for the fight.
You don't think they'll stick around?
No, I don't, because I think he's at some point. Now listen, and he's a tenacious guy. You know, don't get me wrong. But at some point, you have to ask yourself: do I really want to do this? You've got to be a bit of a sick fuck to do this. That's what I do. Because
You're a sick fuck.
I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking absolutely flying. I don't need to fucking argue with people on IFL.
We love it though.
Yeah, but I love it. That's why I do it. You know? And people say, how long are you going to do this for? I don't know. I'm going to do it till I don't love it
I said this to a guy in the gym, my gym a few weeks back. I would hate the day you retire. I think I'll stop doing IFL.
I would, to be honest with you, I would like to, at a fairly young age, to at least just turn around to everyone those guys. I just had a great. I don't really want to be like. It ain't the best for you, to be honest with you. Like, again, you have to be a little.
You've
bit
got a lot
sick
of juice
it.
left, Eddie.
I have. I'm flying, and the fitter I get, the better I feel.
Yeah.
The more I've got in the tank, and that's the whole reason I do that. Because if I was out of shape, boozing, like fucking going out, I wouldn't be able to do this. I couldn't fly here, fly there, flying here today. This show don't finish till 3 o'clock in the morning. I've got to leave the hotel at 4:15, and I've got to fly to Sheffield. Got a meeting at the office, then I've got a meeting in Manchester, then I'm going over to Sheffield, and then we're getting ready, and the next day or day after we're going to Egypt. It's like, it's sick. But what a life.
What a life.
You know?
What a life. I don't know if you've met the gym and promoter Florian Winter, have you?
The what?
The promoter that's put this on, Florian Winter, his name is.
Yeah, I think
Cauliflower
so.
ear.
Yeah, I think I have before, and Christian. And,
Yeah, he basically
Christian.
said to me yesterday that if Eddie and Dana want to fight, I'll be referee. Or if they want to fight me, I'll knock them both out.
Yeah,
So he
nice.
seems like a game character. So I don't know what this
I
meeting's
look
going to
forward
be
to
like.
meeting him. Seems friendly.
Listen, I think you might have a couple more interviews to go, but listen, as always, appreciate your time and good luck tonight with
Cheers,
Paddy.
mate.
Thanks,
Thank you.
mate.